So we're going to do an essential breath awareness exercise, which is an exercise in one of Donna Fario's books, which I really like. It's a way of getting a sense of the breath, but really certain parts of the breath cycle, if you like. So first of all, you want to get comfy. We're going to be here for a little while because we're going to take some time to settle in. Okay, so I like to lie down, people like to lie down, some people prefer to sit. It's completely up to you. You've got to find a position in which you're comfortable. Okay, if you're going to lie down, maybe if you've got a bolster or a nice big fat cushion or pillow at home, you can use that. I like to have a blanket just supporting my lower back. So I will grab that, and a little head support. If you find that when you lie down your chin kind of juts up and your head drops back, maybe something folded blanket underneath the back of your head, you've got a foam block, you can use one of those. Just something that helps to bring your chin towards your chest and lengthen the back of the neck. Okay, so get yourselves comfy first off. I'm going to start just lying down to set this in. You'll probably find me moving into a seated position just to talk a little bit as I guide you through. But you guys stay in whatever position is most comfortable for you. Okay, and so once you've settled yourself physically into that position, okay, you want to be in a space in which you can start to be comfy and start to release that tension that we hold. Okay, you don't want to be kind of holding tension, contracting muscles and so forth. I like to have my arms a little bit away from the body so that there's some space between them and the body, not loads of space. Okay, just enough that you feel that you're not kind of holding yourselves in. And then just wiggle your jaw and the root of your tongue. You can open your mouth wide. So all these things that we do to separate the upper and lower jaw, just to let go of tension in the face. And then take a full breath in through your nose. And a deep sigh out through the mouth. So we're just going to do a few hard breaths. Okay, a nice inhale. So we're high on the exhale. Don't be shy to express the ha, but notice how the body feels every time you So notice if the body starts to feel a bit heavier, a little bit softer. Do you feel that tension quite literally releasing? Notice if you find that the ground is now starting to hold you rather than you holding yourself. So rather than holding yourself in tension, maybe you're starting to allow gravity to do its job. And the ground can be your support. Maybe the ha's start to get softer, a little easier. And then you can start to soften the space around your temples, in between your eyebrows. And start to bring your awareness to all the points of your body that are in contact with whatever surface supports them. And so you might find that there's several different surfaces supporting different parts of your body. And you might notice your heels on the mat, the backs of your knees on a bolster or a cushion, maybe the backs of your hands are on a hard floor, back of your head on a block. And so just start to notice the differences in things like pressure, texture and temperature at these various points.
starting to do is bring our attention from our busy, noisy, chatty minds into our body. And so it's okay if you find that your mind drifts off and has a little wander, it's what it does. And when you notice that happening, just bring it back to those points. And again, just observe what you're feeling there. And then whenever you're ready, begin to expand your awareness, just to take in the breath. And you're not trying to change your breath or control it. You'll find when we're asked to observe our breath as this instant desire to affect the breath in a particular way, to change it. But we're not trying to change anything, right? We're just starting to notice. And you might notice its qualities, the things like its pace, and the texture of your breath, so that sense of whether it's jerky or smooth. Notice its depth. And then begin to pay attention to how your body moves as you breathe. And if you like to take your hands to your belly and your chest, you can do that. Maybe the right hand on the belly, the left hand on the chest. And again, you're not trying to make stuff happen. But start to observe, right? Because our bodies are breathing, moving things, right? And I've said this before, but when you watch kids and when you watch animals, their breath is uninhibited. And so you'll see their whole belly expanding, their chest cavity expanding as they breathe in. And you'll see everything releasing as they breathe out. And they're not self-conscious about their breath, unlike a lot of grown-ups, a lot of adults. We've learned a number of bad habits over time for various reasons where we restrict our breath. We hold our breath, we suck our bellies in. It starts to affect the respiratory mechanics of our bodies. So as you're watching your breath, you start to notice how your body moves. hone your attention in on your exhale. I don't want you to change your exhale. I don't want you to try and make it longer or anything like that. But I want you to follow it. I want you to watch your exhale, following it all the way to its end point. And you're not trying to force the breath out. Again, you're not trying to extend the length of the exhale. But you're just following it all the way down. And when you get to that end point, what do you notice? Do you notice a pause at the end of the exhale? What does that pause feel like? So the pauses, both at the end of the inhale and at the end of the exhale, are a really natural part of our breath cycle. But in particular, that pause at the end of the exhalation, it's like this well of stillness. Right? It's a place where you can rest and almost replenish. Like that space we talk about in yoga, when we talk about the quiet mind and the stillness that you feel. And when you start to notice that pause, everything can just feel restful. So just for the next few moments, follow the exhale to its end point and see if you can rest in that pause. Not trying to make that pause longer. And you'll notice that the inhale will start of its own accord. You don't even need to initiate that. That will happen naturally. And as you start to notice and become more aware of this point, this pause, see if you can let it be a place of rest. if you're happy here, stay a bit longer. And if you're ready to move, you can wiggle your fingers and toes. You might reach your arms overhead and have a little stretch. You can draw your knees in towards your chest. And from there, roll over to your side. And you can support your head here, just staying for a couple of breaths, so we're not rushing out of this. And then you can slowly press yourselves up to a seated position. Good. So I hope that was helpful, I hope it was useful. Give it a practice, do it a few times, see what you think.